ASMR?
Why not?
Oh, I didn't try it. And I even unpacked the shopping today.
Oh, fuck that then.
Next week.
Damn, okay. Next week for sure.
Next week.
How are you, Chloe?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I've got a story behind this cup of tea.
Oh, please do tell.
I made it a few moments ago. We've got a new couch in our house, and this couch has a habit of generating static electricity in me. And I went to make my cup of tea, and when I touched the kettle, it zapped me from my finger to my fucking nipple. And I'll tell you what, I told Melissa, and she nearly died laughing. And here's me fucking, oh, Jesus Christ.
You were like, let me sit back on the couch and do it again.
Fucking hell. Like, it's a first.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, that's a big sacrifice for a cup of tea. Good on you.
Far out. I'm glad I wasn't standing in the puddle.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Both would go far out. What are you drinking?
It's not booze tonight. It's actual coffee tonight.
Coffee. Okay.
Yep.
I should have made a coffee.
Prepping for a late one, but you know.
Right.
You know, us adults.
Speaking of us adults, hey, you're a TikTok star now.
Oh my God, look at us go.
Yes.
I love that we have a TikTok account. I love it.
We have a TikTok account, everybody.
Whenever I'm scrolling through, all of a sudden our face pops up. I'm like, hey.
Well, there's probably a lot of people watching this that don't know that we have a TikTok. So please go and if you're on TikTok, like us, whatever you call it, follow us.
Press the little love heart thing and then press the little cross thing.
Yeah.
Press the cross thing first and then press the love heart thing. Yeah.
There we go. We might have to do a TikTok dance.
Oh God, no, you don't want to see that. No. Oh, it'll be my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
We've already done that one.
Throwback.
I want to be a singer. I want to be a gangster. No?
Oh my God. I mean, go for it. Absolutely.
It's not going to happen.
I'll share that one around.
Far out. Once again, come to the Up Late video fairly unprepared. Have you got much on your side?
I've got some stuff. Yeah, I've got some stuff. If you want to carry on from last week's conversation where we were talking a little bit of Disney, apparently they've put a date on the live remake for The Little Mermaid.
Have they? That didn't fall under my my news feed. When is it?
2023. So we still got a while. I'll be like almost in my mid-30s and I'll still be going to see a Disney movie about The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, interesting to see how this one will come off. We've done we've done mermaid movies before. Will it just be like another Splash or?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about, how they're going to do the sort of underwater thing. Is it going to be like CGI or is it going to be actual underwater scenes? Like,
no, it'll be all CGI.
See, this is where I get a little bit conflicted because I don't love CGI, but it would make the storyline flow a little bit better, I think.
Well, I kind of feel like you can't do a live action Little Mermaid without it being CGI. People
are creative.
Not with the trajectory that Disney are doing with all these live actions. I mean, they call them live actions, but like The Lion King was 100% animated. Like, even though it was a live action, made no sense to me.
Right.
Made no sense to me. But I guess they had actors in ping pong suits, you know.
I feel like it was groundbreaking in other sort of ways. So like,
it was heartbreaking in many ways.
In many ways, yes. The fact that they extended all the opportunities to African, people or African American people or of that sort of venture, I feel like is great. It's sort of like a Crazy Rich Asians things. They made it like predominantly.
You're either a good actor or you're a bad actor, and that shit don't matter. That shit don't matter.
Well, when you're looking through the eyes of the public, it matters
I
that
don't reckon
way.
it. I don't reckon it does. I reckon it matters to the corporates who want to appear to be socially conscious.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but
that's what I'm
I don't
talking
even
about.
think that the public don't even want it. I think it's a very small vocal minority of people want it,
I
and the
think
rest of
they
us
want it
couldn't give a
because
shit.
people are telling them that they want it.
A very small minority of people that are very loud are telling them. I don't think
Right.
the rest of us really give a shit. But anyway, we had that conversation last week.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, speaking of like release dates that have been pushed back, I read last week that Mad Max Furiosa is also being pushed back to 2024.
Okay.
God damn. You're not
Is that
excited for
sad?
Furiosa, are you?
I mean, I haven't seen any of the new Mad Maxes. Is there one, two? I'm not sure. There's
There's
just
one.
one? Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
And not only is it a new Mad Max, but it is like the best action movie made of the last 20 to 30 years.
Ooh.
Easily.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Says so many people. Like, you look it up, read the reviews from like the respectable critics, and most of them agree that Fury Road is probably the most incredible, well-made, well-executed, dynamic action movie of the last 2 decades at least. I'd say 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to what we were saying before, I kind of wish it was an Australian cast, though, seeing as how it was an Australian movie.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean,
yeah,
I would like. I mean, we've had the conversation on Good Movie Monday many times, but it would have been the absolute perfect film if Mel Gibson had have returned. He chose not to, and so they went for a They didn't rewrite Mad Max, but they went on like a parallel kind of universe where he's young again, but the world they occupy has advanced beyond where the previous films were.
Okay.
Whereas if he had
should
to
it
come
be
back,
a Mad Max movie then, or should it be something different? This is getting back to our sequel talk, whereas it should be just called something different, but along the same sort of in the same world.
well, it's definitely in the same world, but I think the Mad Max name has gone beyond the character already. Like when you got to Beyond Thunderdome, which was the third one, the Mad Max name sort of transcended the character, and Mad Max, the title, became the universe. You know
like
what I mean?
Fast and the Furious type thing.
Kind of. It's just that with the first movie, we knew it as Mad Max because he's Max who seeks revenge on the death of his family. In Mad Max 2, which the Americans know as a road warrior, they don't even know it as Mad Max. He's much more than that. He's just a drifter in a wasteland that helps a community. And it's still very much a Max-focused story, but it starts to transition to community-based. And then the third movie comes along, and he's not even really the lead character anymore. He's there to, once again, save particular people. There's a group of kids that are sort of orphaned, and it's up to him to sort of help them, blah, blah, blah. And then this one goes even further, where it's not a Mad Max story in Fury Road. It's a Furiosa story, and he's just there along for the ride. So
I don't think I've even seen the third one.
that's the one with Tina Turner.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the first two. I don't think I've seen the third one then, and that means I haven't seen the fourth one. So
it makes for a glorious marathon. Just do all 4 back to back. It's the best.
There's only so much Mel Gibson I can take, really.
There's never enough Mel Gibson. There is never enough Mel Gibson.
Well, it kind of is, though.
No, there's not. Nah, I'll do a fucking 48-hour Mel Gibson marathon.
Oh, okay. Sucker for punishment, are we?
What's not to love about Mel Gibson?
What's to love about him that much?
Fantastic, dynamic actor.
He's an actor, that's for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Come on. Argue your case.
No, I don't really have a case. I just don't really enjoy watching him. What was that? Was it Beverly Hill Cops that he was in?
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Yeah, I know. He's just one of those people that don't do anything for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. He is to you what Sigourney Weaver is to me.
Oh, really? That surprises me.
Yeah, no, I don't like her.
Yeah, okay.
She's a good actress, though. Like, I will watch her. Like, and I will do a 48-hour Sigourney Weaver marathon because she makes good movies, but I don't enjoy her on screen.
Yeah, right.
I'd much rather another actress in those roles.
That surprises me. That honestly does surprise me. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair enough.
I don't know what it is, like, because I've mentioned it on the show before, and I've been sort of pulled to task over it, why I don't like her, and it might seem shallow that I just don't like the look of her. There's something about her that rubs me the wrong way, and that's, I think everyone has that, whether they admit it or not. That there's some people you just don't like the look of. It's not even like attractive versus ugly. It's just I don't like the look of that person.
You just don't like him, full stop.
Yeah, but
She could be saving the orphans. You still just wouldn't like her.
Well, she's saved a lot of things, hasn't she? She's what do they fucking call the Na'vi? She's saved the Na'vi.
Yeah. Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Is there a sequel coming out to that?
There's 5 sequels coming out to that.
Oh, no, that's too many.
Well, it's like, because James Cameron has abandoned all other filmmaking. He's never going to make any non-Avatar related movies for the rest of his career. And he's dedicated the rest of his filmmaking life to pioneering new technology to make these films and progress film technology. Because the first Avatar, the whole point of it being an important film is that he invented the technology to make the film. It didn't exist before he made it.
Yeah, right.
Groundbreaking, and that's why the story was not an original story. It was Fern Gully and Pocahontas rolled into one.
Yeah, yep.
But the technology behind it was incredible, and he made 3D palpable, like, you can grab it. And so with each of these films that are coming, 5 of them, they're all going to take place on different parts of that universe. So not necessarily on Pandora, but maybe on another moon. I think the next one's going to be an aquatic film, all taking place underwater.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't even know. How do we get onto that?
I don't know. James Cameron, CGI, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, so my point being, I'm excited about the Avatar films just because there's going to be something a little bit groundbreaking about the next one and the next and the next.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
As a movie fan, does that not excite you? The fact that there's a filmmaker out there that actually invests his own money to invent things to make the films happen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome.
But I'm just an originalist where I love movies that don't necessarily have all that CGI, that they rely on story and stuff like that as well, and just keep it basic. But I have to admit, I do love Avatar, and my tiny mind was blown by Avatar when it came out, and that was the unpopular opinion around my sort of group. No one liked it, and I would watch it a lot because I just loved it. And then in 2011, when I got my 3D TV, fucking hell, was it amazing.
I kind of feel like there are people in this world that really enjoy watching Avatar, and then there are people that lie.
Okay, yeah. Yep, I agree with you. Because I don't understand how people cannot be so fascinated by the story and the imagery and the colors and it blew me away. But I would rather be blown away by filmmaking that wasn't based around all computer techniques. I don't understand computers. I barely make it onto these Zoom calls, to be honest with you, sometimes because I just can't figure it out.
But they're not all that. That's the thing about James Cameron. There's like a perfect amalgamation of live action and animation with his stuff.
And that's maybe why I tolerate it more than other things.
I find it really curious that the notion of an Avatar sequel, you're a little bit okay. But then last week when I said Jungle Cruise 2, you were like, yes!
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So good. So good. I love that adventure, you know what I mean? But
it's a part 2. You want more?
Yeah, because it's going to be the same characters, the same storyline, right? So it's going to be an actual Jungle Cruise 2. It's not going to be like Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, whatever the fuck shit that was, so far removed from the actual original Pirates of the Caribbean.
But Avatar 2's got the same cast coming back, same characters.
Okay, cool. That's great. And I love that. I love it.
Speaking of sequels that are mostly cartoon, what do you think of the trailer for Matrix Resurrections?
Can I admit something to you without you being absolutely horrified to me?
You don't like The Matrix?
I've seen The Matrix one time. I didn't understand it. I don't think I was patient enough to go back and try and understand it. And when I think it was like the second or third one came out, my boyfriend at the time took me to the movies to see it. it was like 2 hours of me sitting there eating popcorn, bored shitless because I didn't understand. So the series is kind of tainted for me, kind of, but I can understand the hype around it.
Yeah, oh look, that makes sense. That story makes sense, and why you wouldn't really take to Matrix. I loved the Matrix when it came out, but I had a love-hate relationship with it because I did understand it and I enjoyed it. And I loved the hype that came around it. It had a good soundtrack, everyone was about it, but I hated the fact that it completely overshadowed Dark City, which was another movie that came out around the same time that was very, very similar and infinitely better, like infinitely better.
Really?
It was incredible. Kiefer Sutherland's in it, and yeah, it's just
But it's Keanu.
Jennifer Connelly and Colin Friels and William Hurt. It was amazing. Directed by Alex Proyas. It was his second film after The Crow.
Okay.
And so Matrix 1, I confess, it was a good movie. Really enjoyed it. Loved the movie culture that came with it, you know, talking about it with people and trying to figure it out. Number 2 and 3, I could take or leave. They're not very good at all. And this new one just is so underwhelming to me. Like it's too long to come back and do one if you're not going to do it in a very credible way. And this just looks like it's just a cash in to me.
Just another money grabbing publicity thing that just
like
doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's got Keanu, and his career is getting to a point where he's starting to rely on retro. He's starting to rely on throwbacks to his early years, like Bill and Ted. Granted, I enjoyed number 3. I thought that was great, but
haven't seen it and I'm not game to.
Not game to. Why?
No,
I don't understand.
I love Bill and Ted so much.
Like I will never understand this about you, I guess. With the sequel thing, you love the original so much. You know that another one's not going to diminish that. You're still going to love that.
I don't know why it does, but it does. So I put off watching Dumb and Dumber 2 for so long. I don't even know if I've even seen it still.
It was great. Number 2 is fantastic.
I'm weird. I don't know.
You are weird.
I idolize these movies so much that I feel like it'll ruin it for me. And they kind of do ruin it for me. I do get let down by it. And then it's kind of, I'm going to use this word again, tainted for me.
Yeah.
And it's silly. I know this.
No, look, I'm not going to say it's silly. I'm not going to put you down because this is how you feel.
It is. I know it is.
But this is also how you feel. But I just don't understand if I love something and they're offering me more of it, I'm going to take it. And if that more is disappointing, well then, okay, I can just go back and watch the original over and over again. I don't need to watch the sequel.
But do you not have the sequel stuck in your mind? Like, no. They just take a stupid...
No, because if they make a really lousy part 2, what's in my mind is I hope they make a great part 3.
Yeah, we're on completely different wavelengths, my friend.
And number 3 is quite often, and I've written about this and I've had this conversation, but number 3 is, and we had first episode of Upload, I think we had this conversation. Number 3 is where quite often a franchise will bring it back. They'll tap into what made the first one so good.
Okay. I don't know if that's been proven to me yet or not, because I can't really think of anything that does prove that theory to me. In my own personal movie viewing.
How could you don't persevere with franchises? So therefore, how could
sometimes I do, but I think it's the ones that I get really nostalgic about for some reason that I have trouble with. So things like Dumb and Dumber, that was something special that I shared with someone special. And I have really great memories attached to it. And then if I go and watch the second one and it's so disappointing, then I get really disappointed. Fucking Anchorman 2. I think, I don't even know what year it came out. Years and years and years and years and years later, I watched it. It's my mum and I's. It's our movie, it's our go-to movie. We did it on our podcast because we just love it so bloody much. And then we watched the second one and my heart broke at how terrible it was. My heart broke.
Well, I don't think the first one's all that, so I didn't care one way or the other about a sequel.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
The first one is like full of fantastic moments. It's it's a movie full of moments strung together, but I don't think it's a particularly good movie. But I respect that you love it. Lots of people do.
I get
Lots of
very
people do.
what's the word, passionate about the
Mhm.
movies that I do love. And like we've been proving over the weeks, I'm getting more and more in tune with sequels, and I'm definitely making an effort.
You
But
make it sound like I'm coercing you
no,
into this.
it's a good thing because I need my mind to be open to things like this. I don't need to be so stubborn, but I think I'm gonna keep being stubborn on the things that really do mean like sentimental value to me. Like I have sentimental attachments to movies.
Mhm.
So for instance, if they ever made like a Billy Madison 2, I don't think I'd be able to watch it because that was something special. That was a special movie I shared with someone special. So
Did you listen to Monday's show?
I haven't yet. Don't put me on the spot. What happened? Were you bitching
Oh,
about me in the Hubie Halloween movie?
we ripped into you like there's no tomorrow.
At least have me on to defend myself slightly.
Nah, there was no defense. No defense whatsoever. I'll let you and the viewers go back and have a listen to that. Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
ride
know.
into the show. Who are these guys?
All right, we'll just leave that there for people to
Great.
discover.
Something to look forward to. What
What
about
else?
um I've got two things that we can discuss. I'll let you choose. One has got to do with Goonies, or the other one has got to do with Leo and Jen Lawrence.
Goonies.
Goonies. Okay. So I obviously did an episode on my podcast about Goonies because it's my favorite movie. And what I found out about it was what was so exciting is that there was deleted scenes of a gorilla that would drive around town destroying things, and that was part of the script. And it got cut, and apparently the tapes went missing. No one could find them. They disappeared. Apparently they've been found.
Woohoo! Have you seen that?
I
Apparently,
haven't.
you haven't watched
I
it yet.
haven't yet. I do, I really want this to be true, so I got to hype myself up to watch it. But if these scenes really do exist, then life has been made
Yeah,
for
that would
me.
be amazing. That would.
Yeah,
I had heard the stories of. I thought it was like a monkey, but if it's an ape, even better. Like incredible.
it
But
was like a gorilla or something. It was just like a
yeah.
giant monkey.
Was it an actual creature or was it like a monkey suit and there's a
It was a
fucking
monkey suit.
stunt person in it?
Yep.
Stunt person in it. That's
Yep.
yeah. That's. I mean that just makes sense, doesn't it?
Did you
It's
ever
great.
watch The Goonies when you were younger? And at the very end of the movie, when you heard Data talk about the giant octopus, did you ever get really confused about that?
Not particularly as a kid. And it wasn't. I wasn't that old when I first saw the footage of the octopus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But no. Also, I think when I was a kid, he was the character that made up Tall Tales anyway. So
Right. So that's
it
what
kind
I
of it
used to
flows into
think.
it. It
Yeah.
flows into it because he's a bullshit artist.
Yeah. So that's what I used to think like, oh, everyone else is kind of speaking towards what you've seen in the movie, but then he comes out with this giant octopus. It
Yeah.
used to confuse me, and then I'm like, oh no, maybe he's just, telling lies because he wants to hype
Even
up the story.
even though Chunk was the one that told all the lies, the
Mm.
most lies. I used to love is like because that was the first movie where the idea of crossovers really occurred to me when Chunk was in the police station talking about the gremlins.
The Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah, and that to me was just as a kid, I understood that reference. I knew that Steven Spielberg was behind both of these things, and
See, this is the type of thing that I love, right?
mm,
The types of movies like Gremlins and The Goonies where it's a world, but it's a subtle world. So
mhm,
like Gremlins and Goonies tie in together, but they're real people, it's real action, real adventure.
mhm.
That's what really grabs
that's
me.
just
That's what
that's just
excites me.
that's just 80s.
I love it. I
Yeah, well,
fucking love it.
that's what we're all about at
I
Fake
want
Champ.
the
And
80s
yeah,
to come back.
damn straight, damn straight. Like, there's a reason that we sort of lured you into our world because you have that kind of thing going about you, where you have that love for the 80s, and that's where all the good cinema is.
I was born in the wrong era. I tell you,
Well, let me clarify. It's not where all the good cinema is, but it's where lots of it is.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
And look, and I'm staring right now at a pile of every single movie Steven Spielberg's ever made, and like that right there is just heaven in a pile.
For sure, for
and
sure.
So, do you know? Quiz time.
Let's do it.
I think, to my
I'm gonna
knowledge,
get it wrong.
Steven Spielberg has only written 2 films,
Oh,
as in like actual screenwriter credit. Do you know what
Yep.
they are?
E.T.?
No. One of them is your favorite movie.
Ah, I should know that.
Yeah. So that one is, I think, on the screen. It says story by Steven Spielberg, and screenplay, I think, Steven Spielberg and Christopher Columbus, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm playing it back in my head, and I'm trying to.
But I guess I was not being quite as clear as I should have been. Story by something he has come up with as a story from the get-go.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know the other
Hang
one.
on. Yeah. So that one.
Just to double check.
Double check. No, I knew. I'm like, making sure.
Indiana Jones?
No, that was all George Lucas.
Oh, hey, fun fact! I didn't know that.
Because George Lucas, like, Indiana Jones was his alternative to Star Wars. He had the 2 serial adventures in his mind. One was sci-fi, one was adventure. Like,
both bangers.
The other one was Poltergeist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen it.
And did you know, and I think this is a TikTok fact I'm putting up, that Poltergeist and E.T. began as the exact same script.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
No wonder I was always scared of E.T.
Poltergeist, wonderful movie.
Is Poltergeist the one where that thing where it comes out of the TV? Does it come out of the TV?
Kind of. It's it sucks little girl into the TV.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew there was a TV.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was thinking of like Scary Movie 5 or something. Where the creepy chick comes out of the TV.
Oh, that's The Ring.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Poltergeist is well worth a look. Even though it's a horror film, it's on the extreme end of family-friendly horror. So it's not terrifying in the sense that it's going to traumatize you, but it's scary enough to sort of make you sort of, a bit uneasy when you go to bed.
I don't know. I'm pretty. One of my co-workers today, all he literally did was walk past me and go, ugh, like this, and I had a heart attack. So
you're that woman from all the TikTok videos that's at her desk when they walk in. Yeah.
That's me, honestly. And then I have a Tourette's little outburst where I'm like, oh, shit, fuck.
You're the female version of that guy that goes, oh, you bastard. Bastard.
Be careful with me. I've had 3 kids though, so it's good. You gotta pick your moments.
Right. You go, oh, you bastard. I'm gonna sit here for a while.
Excuse me.
Well, check out Poltergeist just for the Spielberg factor.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Cool.
Give me time.
We've got a few more minutes left. Do you have anything else there? What was the Leo Lawrence thing?
It's the new Jonah Hill, Leo DiCaprio, Jen Lawrence movie.
Okay.
I know nothing about it except that it's got Jen Lawrence in it, and I love her. And she's got red hair, so it makes me love her even more because she's a ginge. And it's called Don't Look Up.
Mm-hmm. I've seen, I haven't read anything about it, but I've seen some press about it, like headlines and that, and I just haven't bothered to tap into it.
I'm just excited for another Jonah Hill Leo collaboration. I think they're really good together. Wolf of Wall Street was fantastic when it came out.
Yeah, no, it was.
Anyway, that's all I have on that.
Oh, okay.
Much more to add.
Okay. Oh, look, I mean, I'm neither one way or the other with that one. I'll just take it as it comes, and hopefully it's good.
I think I'll watch it for the pure fact that it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it. Mm-hmm. She's on my Mila Kunis, Megan Fox ratio, where she she's on her.
She's on the spectrum.
She's on that spectrum.
Yeah.
She's just goofy and talented, and I love it.
What's your favorite Jennifer Lawrence film?
Silver Linings.
Okay, I was going to say, don't say Hunger Games, please. Don't say
I do like Hunger Games, but Silver Linings is my favorite of hers. I think that's a great movie.
It's a good movie. I like Joy. I think Joy was probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's not too bad, that one. I think she's just great in whatever she's. Yeah, Winter's Bone is a good one too.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
a
no,
few
she's
that
good.
I've actually seen and we've seen. Look at me go.
This is a monumental moment.
It is a monumental moment. Transitioning out of my basic bitch movie watching style and
What else? What else? We've got like a minute left.
all right. Have a look at your DVDs and see what else that you see there.
Actually, I just want to ask you a question.
Go for it.
Is this a pet peeve of yours when you have friends over or other people, family, whatever, watching a movie with you, and you all sit down to watch the movie, and the second you press play, they either get up to go to the fridge or they start talking?
No
You do
comment.
that. You do that.
No, no,
I didn't
no,
think
no,
so.
no, no, no.
But there are people that'll be watching this that you know, and they know you hate it.
I know people who will talk throughout an entire movie.
Why are they in your life?
I love them despite their flaws.
That's not flaws. That's atrocious.
I love them despite their flaws. Yeah, no, it really, really does my head in. But
yeah, my wife does it. She does the get up the second we hit play. We've gotten down. We're comfortable. We've now got recliners. We fucking all the way back. Are you ready? Are you actually ready? Good. Play. Oh, hang on a second. I forgot something.
to be fair, I was the kid that would watch movies so often that I'd know every single word to the movie. And so whenever I used to watch them with my friends, I'd be reciting it as the movie would go on. I was that kid. So
yeah, that's fucking annoying.
That's pretty annoying. Yeah. I don't do it so much anymore. But yeah, I was that kid. So I can't throw too many stones in my glass house here.
you were a kid, and that's understandable. But grown ass adults, come on.
Yeah, look, it's pretty frustrating. It's pretty
That's
frustrating.
I apologize. That's a shit way to end a video.
It's
But
not a
now
shit way to.
I'm fucking angry now.
Just don't go watch a movie with Mal and you'll be fine. Oh my gosh.
See you next week.
See you next week.